Welcome to the Dating Unsettled show where we dare to date differently. I'm your host, JoyOfodu, and I'm in my wedding guest attire today because we have a very sensible black male guest with us, don't we? It's Cameron Jones. Hi, Kim.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for that lovely welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, no, appreciate that you're here, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Great that I get to see you again, my high school friend.
Wow. Okay. You gonna tell the people we only go as far back as high school when the truth is I knew your peanut headed ass in middle school.
This is very true. Very
Yeah.
true. Big peanut energy.
big round, big round, sort of even. You had a really even head. Because you used to do like super short hair. I always admire the evenness of your head. Maybe it subconsciously inspired me to cut my own hair. I love that. But we're not peanut headed anymore. What are you rocking right now? Are those what's under that hat for
You
those
know,
of
you know, I got me a little twisty action going on here. I like to keep it nice and long, depending on what I need to audition for at the moment. You know,
Okay.
sometimes I might need cornrows or an afro. Who knows?
That's crazy. If let me pick somebody. If Jordan Peele calls
Mm-hmm.
right now, he's got a
Uh-huh.
lead role for you,
Uh-huh.
but you need to dye that whole situation pink and
Uh-huh.
then
Uh-huh.
shave just the center of it down bare, would you
Oh,
do it?
oh. Look, you had when you said Jordan Peele, I was down to do whatever to my hair. I knew where this was going the minute you said that. And I
Yeah.
look, if he wants me to go bald, if he wants me to shave whatever into the side of my head in different kind of colors, I'm with it.
Oh,
I'm rocking with it.
okay. So it's Jordan Peele, but he wants you to get implants from the hair
Uh-huh.
that grows between your butt crack onto your head. Would you do it?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Something's wrong with you.
Call me up right now. Let's do it. Yeah.
Something is very wrong with you, Cam.
That
Don't do that.
already sounds scary. That
Don't
sounds terrifying.
don't do Not you got me snorting. Do I look okay?
You look good. Yeah, you look great.
They say I look fine. Well, you're a very foolish human being, and I'm really glad that you're here on the podcast. I hope that you don't have to implant your butt hair onto your head in order to have a successful acting career. I believe you're going to have a successful one anyway, but do you want to tell the people how we met?
Yeah, yeah. Geez, honestly, I've known you so long. I can't say I remember specifically how we met,
Me
but I
neither.
I do I do know a funny story. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's this picture of you and me on Facebook, and I love to tell all my friends this that we've known each other so long. There was a moment in my life where like I got my two front teeth pulled, and
Yeah.
and it was high school. And
Mhm.
so the good thing about it is nobody remembers,
No.
but the reason nobody remembers is because for a good, like, I don't know how long it takes your teeth to grow back. Let's say like 6 months, right? All my pictures, I was smiling like that, like just mouth closed. So Joy has known me long enough to see me at my absolute lowest, most embarrassing
Oh,
moments.
oh, yeah. When you get your, I mean, it's one thing to pull a molar, it's
Yeah,
one thing to pull a
yeah,
canine, which is like, dang, I'm less
yeah,
effective as I chew meat. But
yeah.
to pull your two front teeth, like that's got to do something to you. So they grew back in 2 weeks, or sorry, 2 weeks. You're a
I don't know
superhero.
how long it takes.
They grew.
I don't
This boy
remember.
said, I don't know how long it takes, as if you weren't eagerly and like anxiously counting the days. You was probably scratching with a spoon
Oh, for
on the side
sure.
of your bathroom, like, okay,
For
it's
sure.
gonna be
For sure.
45 days till that tooth grows back. That sounds really painful. Was the grow back painful?
Now the funny thing was because like as you know, I'm an actor, but I've been acting since like high school. The funny thing is when it happened, like my mom got me like these. I basically I was like 14 or 15
Yeah.
with basically dentures. And so that was lit. So nobody noticed for a long time. But as they started to grow back, I couldn't wear my fake teeth
Yeah.
because it would look weird, right? So there was
Yeah.
a cool minute where it just looked so that was the hardest part. That was by far the hardest part because I'm sitting here
Oh.
like, God, I hope no one sees this.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's gotta be rough at 14 wearing
Oh, for
dentures.
sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
but you
It was a
survived, Kim. I'm glad you're here.
they say
I
I have
want
an old soul.
We've always said you have an old soul, which is funny because, like, when I speak to you, you definitely have the maturity of like a 4 to 7 year old, like just on like
Yes.
a day-to-day basis.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
are soulfully an old man. Like you've
Yes.
you've been in this world before.
Yes,
I would
ma'am.
love to know, and I think our unsettlers would too. What were some of your early childhood ideas
Mhm.
about love? Talk to me about
Yeah.
the concepts, either from parents, from
Mhm.
family members, from the
Mhm.
media. What
Mhm.
were the early ideas about love in your head?
That's a great
Thank
question.
you. I ask
I
excellent
think
questions.
look, retweet. Hey,
Hello?
got a heart, retweeted, quote retweeted, all of that. But I grew up with a very strong, like, beautiful black village growing up. So I got to see black love. Um, I was surrounded by it. And I think at an early age, because I was surrounded by such strong women and men, the men in my life really taught me what it was to, like, love a woman and to, like, understand what I deserve in a relationship,
Mm,
and to understand, what's right and what's wrong.
yeah.
I was very blessed and fortunate to have that growing up.
Did you feel like this physical village of black love was also reflected on TV? Because, like, thinking back to,
Mhm,
I think you and I, we kind of had the same subscriptions in the same
mhm,
neighborhoods, right? Like, we're
mhm,
talking about, like, I mean, Little Bill, like,
mhm.
forget
Yeah.
what it is now in our memory, right? But you had a mom and a dad and siblings and a lot of
Yeah,
love, right, in that show.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
did you also watch other shows that had like black families, black love, or just love in general?
I mean, look, Imma keep it a buck. Like, my favorite, me and my mom's favorite movie was The Best Man growing up. So I don't know. I
Okay,
don't know. I don't know.
don't come for me. I I should leave. I haven't seen The Best Man start to finish. Everyone in the studio just reacted. Ooh, I think oh yeah, everybody's looking at me crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Joy,
This is
we're
bad.
having a moment right here. This is a
I
moment.
don't know what it
Wow.
is. My mom has definitely seen it. Just like,
Yeah.
she's seen it. But
Uh-huh.
ooh, okay, so can you tell me about the plot of The Best Man?
Okay. So, basically, in The Best Man,
While I
it
go like change my race on the US Census.
Yeah, yeah. We're your card is in question. I'm going to be calling the NAACP after this, and we're going to have a long, extensive conversation. But we're friends. We're good friends. So I got you.
We're
I got
gonna
you.
come together on this. Oh, okay.
But basically, what happens in The Best Man? The story is about a man who's getting married, and he's bringing all his friends together, and his best man, who is his best friend,
Mm.
just so happened to sleep with his now wife when they were just starting to date back in college. And not only
Oh.
did he do that, he actually is a New York Times bestselling author and just so happened to write about the story in this book. So the plot of The Best Man is everyone is reading his book. All of their college friends are reading his book, and he's trying to stop his best friend, the man who's
Oh.
getting married, from
Oh.
reading the book until after he gets married.
Okay, don't tell me the rest because that's a lot. Oh, that's
It's a
unsettling
lot.
and
It's a
exciting.
lot.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
so you watch these things and you felt like, cool, when I grow up, I'm gonna sleep with
Mhm.
my best friend's girl and make sure that I become a bestseller.
Exactly. Yes,
Because we
that
were
is
so
exactly.
impressionable. You can't give a kid a concept like that and expect us not to be like, that's how to like win at life.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
I want to know which exact like dating scenarios you
Mhm.
remember the most prior to
Uh-huh.
acting kind of blowing up for you? Because like
Uh-huh.
I mean your journey has been rather gradual. I've watched you. I
Uh-huh.
was in theater
Mhm.
productions with you when we were in high
Retweet.
school. But
Can
then you
confirm.
had
Can confirm.
yeah, but then you had Panic on
Mhm.
Amazon Prime.
Mhm.
And I loved seeing the before and after of like this is Cam in like local settings and this is Cam
Uh-huh.
on camera, right?
Mhm.
And you
Mhm.
were going to junkets, you and all this different stuff going on.
Mhm.
So like talk to me
Mhm.
about your dating scenarios prior to being like Cameron, the adult actor.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of well, I met my fiance in college, so
Mhm.
we actually started dating before I had booked anything. And I prefer it that way because I mean, honestly, I can't imagine what it would be like to be like, Denzel Washington and like, trying to find love. Like
Oh.
that's like always been like a scary concept for me. So my idea was I'm not like playing any games. Like, I date with or I used to date with a purpose. I'm not dating to have fun. I have fun to have fun, and I date to find like the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So that's kind of what I was doing before. Not kind of. I guess that is what I was doing when I was dating before I got engaged, and before I met the now love of my life. Um, and yeah, it was. I feel like dating is fun. It's scary.
Mhm.
It's also like, you got good dates, and then you got those dates where you're like, God, I can't wait for this to be over.
Yeah,
Like,
you got
oh
those
my
dates where you're
goodness.
like, I might change my legal name after this just so this
On,
person doesn't find
on
me.
God. On God. Yeah.
But
So
you're telling me like because you met her in college, you feel like you didn't have to do the bulk of that? Or
no, I definitely like we dated and we had lots of dates, but like I find the dating scene to be like at least for me, I was scared every date I went on. I was like, Lord have
you were
mercy.
scared every single
I used
date?
I used to be terrified. Oh my.
That tracks for you.
Yes. I remember
What
I
were you
remember
afraid
our
was gonna happen?
look, I don't
She
know.
gonna
I
kidnap
just
you and take you to the forest?
that's what I was scared of. Your boy
She
was
gonna clone you
terrified.
with a little lock twist of yours that you started to
Look,
grow?
look, they
She
done
gonna
cloned
call you out
Tyrone.
for your
Come on
2
now.
regrown front teeth?
You feel me? She knows. She looking for the other teeth.
She's watching you like No, okay, so but, like, tangibly, was the fear
Mhm.
was it kind of like a generalized anxiety? Like, just, "I
I
don't know what's gonna happen, but this is just, a new person" type of scared? And was it a good scared, or was it like, "Oh my god, I need to go to the bathroom" scared?
I no, I think it was a good kinda scared. Like, it was like a fun, anxious kind of anxiety. Because I mean, that is, like, the best part of dating is like,
Mm.
that attraction, like the, "Oh god, let me Imma text her right." No, wait, you know what? She just texted me? Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
If I text right now, that's gonna look a little, it's gonna look a little creamy,
Yeah, if I
I'm
text
gonna
at
let it
11:11, I got her. Yeah.
yeah, I gotta wait a little bit. So, like, it was more so, those kinds of things. But yeah, that was fun.
You had some fun,
Yeah,
you were scared, you meet
of course.
fiancé. Well, she wasn't your
Yes, ma'am.
fiancé when you met her, but
No.
that's another thing. Um, what do things look like after panic, after
Mhm,
you've kind of quote unquote blown up as like, okay, now your
mhm,
name, Cameron Jones, it's like
mhm,
it's being
mhm.
shown in a more public way. Do you
Yeah,
feel like you've been kind of thrown out more
mhm,
publicly? Are you getting a response from the public that's like, okay, I'm a young black
mhm,
man and people are making comments about me? Like, what
mhm.
kind of happened for you, even though you're in a relationship? What happens for you with dating after panic?
Well, I mean, like, I feel like it doesn't like it that's a great question, Joy. I feel like when you're, like, in a relationship, oftentimes you can get, like, comfortable, like,
Mm,
I think the fun part of, like, for the talking phase, is aside from like the good anxious energy,
yeah.
is just like the constant dates and like the let's do this and let's do that and let's do that.
Mhm.
And I think it's easy to get comfortable um when you've been dating for a long time to kind of stop dating your partner.
Ooh,
Y'all become
yeah.
roommates.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, what you doing tonight? Oh, bet. Okay, all right, you gonna do all right, I'm gonna play 2K tonight,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
she's
i
playing
i think
2K and you're like, "Cool, I'm
yeah,
gonna chat with the girls." Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's what I yeah, exactly. You get it, you get it, you
I
get it.
get
But
it.
I think it's very important to keep that same energy, so to speak, when you're still together. Like, you still got to go on dates. You still have to like, uh, my my auntie, who is she had been in a relationship for not relation. My God, oh Lord, she
What
had been married.
how many years you gonna say?
She'd been married for maybe like 60 years.
A
And like,
relationship for 60 years would be crazy.
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. He still ain't put the ring, auntie. You know how many kids done been through this house and you still ain't got a ring?
A
Look,
relationship for 60. Hey, but if it
a
works,
situationship for
if it an entanglement, but if it works for them for 60 years. No, okay. So she was married for 60 years. Wow.
60 years. And
Ooh.
she was
Whoa.
telling me that you have to, people think love is like this thing that you like, oh God, I just feel it. It's like this pulsing energy. Blah, blah,
Love
blah,
is a
blah.
sensation.
Yeah,
It's in my,
but it's not. It's
between my
something you
legs. Yeah.
it's something you like wake up and choose to do every day. So
It's a
like
choice.
you have, you got to wake up and date your partner, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's your roommate. Y'all might as well be dapping each other. Like, what's up, dog? How you doing? What you do? Oh, bet. Word, bet. You know, you got to date your partner.
Not calling your fiance dog. My boyfriend
What's
gets
up,
mad.
dog?
My boyfriend gets mad when I call him bruh. You know, like,
don't call me bruh. What?
You know
What?
me, like when I'm comfortable, it's California, like bruh, like you know, or something pissed you off, like, bruh, you know, yeah, bruh, like yeah, as you're about to tell a story, he hates it, and he was like, okay, you can call me. Well, he didn't say okay, but he was like joking, so you can call me bruh if I can call you sis. I was like, okay, I hear it, but I'm sorry, I'm still fighting because bruh is bruh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro is bro.
That's different. Yeah.
Sis is sis. And honey can be used passive aggressively or
it can be. Yes, it can. It can.
Right?
You
like,
know.
Oh, can you hand that to me, honey? Versus like, that's cute, honey. It's like, ooh, okay.
Ooh, that
so
inflection. Hold
outside?
up. Wait a minute.
Yeah. But like, bruh is not bro to me.
No.
You know, but in the same way I go, bruh, if I'm really pissed off, I'll be like, bro.
Yes.
And so
yes.
he doesn't allow for any of it because I don't want to be called sis. But other than you calling your partner G Unit, what I wanted to kind of touch on was interesting is that you had this moment where like your star started rising and you finally, quote unquote, right, like land the role, the series regular position. Your life changed a lot. You spent a lot of time on set. I think, didn't you move?
Yeah, I moved to Texas for well, it was supposed to be 9 months, and then the Fire Nation attacked, and it ended up being, you know, much longer.
Water, earth, air, long ago. Yeah, so you had this huge life change, but y'all found that you actually got more and more comfortable, which is a testament to your relationship, actually. If you can do all those moves and you're getting more comfortable with each other, but like you said, it's still important to date. So when did you know that this is not a girlfriend? This is the woman I would like to marry?
I mean, like I said, I don't date to have fun. I date to find, or I was dating to find my wife, you know? So there was, I knew early on that like, I was like, oh, we have the potential to like, you know, like spend like build something beautiful here, like build a home. I could really see myself with you. And early on, I was just like, I have to be like, I need to start looking at this from like a different perspective, you know, like how do I be better for you? How do we like be better for each other, you know? And my whole thing is like love is like think of it as like a house, right?
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Love is a house.
Or no.
No,
That's
love is
the
not
wrong
a house.
part.
Love is a condo.
A relationship is a house, and love is like the furniture and the bed and
wait, slow down, please.
and the couch and
slow
the
down,
cutlery.
please. Okay. The relationship is the domicile, is the home, the house.
Yes.
Love is the furniture.
Is it Wayfair, the furnishings.
West Elm?
Wayfair, West Elm. It's that good. It's the best. It's you got some gold cutlery in there. You know, you only got fine dining in there. Okay, it's a beautiful home.
Okay, so I'm listening.
So we had the most beautiful couches, love, you know.
Yeah.
Silverware, all that stuff. But to me, like early on, when I realized, okay, I'd like to spend like the rest of my life with you, it was more so about like figuring out what does our foundation look like? Because you can have couches, but if your foundation is terrible, you're not gonna have a home for a very long time.
Mm.
And so, like, to me,
The
the
couches will fall through the
foundation,
floor.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. And so, like, yeah, yes, yes.
Can you imagine
But
you get
like,
like a hella nice couch, move it in, and the second you put it, you
first
go
date,
there, just fall to the floor
boom,
on some Tony
yes.
Stark stuff.
Also, Tony Stark, like, okay,
when
bet. So we
Tony's
ain't even
when Tony's roadside mansion catapulted into the sea, I was
I'd
pressed.
be livid.
I was
I'd hurt.
livid.
I
I know
would be
he's like a
hurt. I
multi-quadrillionaire
was
or
gonna
whatever,
say
but
for him, it was just like, dang,
yeah,
that's
he's like, dang,
crazy.
that was my
Well, guess I
write-off.
got to move
Yeah.
to New York. So,
Because I
but
have to build a 80-story penthouse.
I had some ideas. I had some blueprints. So I guess,
Oh my
if I have to
God.
do it. But
Okay, so but you
yeah,
don't want your couch to fall through the floor like Tony's. Yeah.
yeah. And so like from there on, once you know like the person you want to be with, it's about building the foundation for a relationship and figuring out like who are we when shit hits the fan?
Yeah.
Like life is not always going to be this great, Are you going to have my back when I'm at my lowest of lows,
Mhm.
And can I support you through your lowest of lows? It's not just about supporting me through the highs and vice versa.
Yeah, so did
And
you feel like you quote unquote knew
mhm.
when you agreed to date her? Like when you asked her to be your girlfriend, is that I know I
I'd
want this person, at that point, or was
I
there
I would
something that you
yeah,
remember?
I would say like after like yeah, like a couple of like our dates I knew I was like, okay, yeah, I want to see where this like
Mm.
can go. I want to see if we can be like good partners for each other. That's really what it was. After I started like asking like, okay, let's like you down to be my girl? Let's do it. Let's figure this thing out.
Take us into a sensible black man's mind. Okay, Kim. I don't think
you
you're like
you were putting me on a pedestal
I
and I'm
maybe I am putting you on a pedestal. Get up there. No, but it's
like
Kim, it's the fact that like when people are talking about dating, they're
uh-huh.
so it's violent, it's aggressive, it's
Uh,
traumatic, it's
uh,
resentful, it's
uh,
gender wars. I'm trying to
uh,
infuse not just
uh,
positivity because like your
uh,
story is what it is, whether I
yeah,
deem it to be a positive or negative story. I'm
yeah,
just trying to give people some real stuff. I hate us
uh,
speaking about relationships as if we're not in them. Like
yeah,
as if they're not,
yeah,
like you said, the choices that we make every day. They're not just ideas. They're not just
yeah,
Twitter quote tweets, retweets. They're not views on a podcast. Like
yeah,
love is our life. And
yeah.
this is real life.
I'm out here every day. I'm loving. You see this? You see this? You
You see
see
all
you see
this?
the way I cuddle?
None of this
Come
was
on.
here before you. We made this. We made
We
this.
met. Look at this.
Look at
Look at
this.
this. Look at
We
this.
made
Look
this.
at this.
So because we made this, whether I'm putting you on a pedestal or not, I'm sorry, I don't mean to like
Mhm.
make you uncomfortable with it, but just the pedestal I'm putting you on is just kind of
Uh,
like it's almost an average. Like
it's like you did
it's
you
like
did the bare
you
minimum.
did the bare
Good job.
minimum of advancing a legal relationship in the United States. Congratulations. But it's just that, there's always when are you gonna get the ring? And like it's this
Uh,
whole hyperbolic
yeah.
conversation. And I
Yeah.
love that you are one of the earliest examples of a
Uh,
super close friend, super close
mhm.
black male friend for
Yeah.
me who's
Mhm.
been like, yes, I believe I've located my life partner. I would like to get married to them. So would you talk to us and take us kind of like
Uh,
inside your head of like, are there any other factors that were
uh,
weighing in kind of closer to the moment of you being like, I'm proposing marriage to you? What's going through your mind or
mhm.
what has happened in your relationship that makes you either
Mhm.
comfortable or uncomfortable to do so?
I mean, well, to me, it was like figuring out I was ready to like propose
Mm,
was like I said about making sure the foundation was great for this home that we're about to make together.
yeah.
And once I figured that out, in all honesty, it was about like figuring out how to make that day, as special as possible for her because I love her so much. And like it's funny. She was giving me like a lot of crap for not proposing when she was ready. But like
Oh, okay.
I feel like the thing, sometimes people forget is like rings don't grow on trees. And like this is this
You are so
I gotta
old.
I
Rings
gotta I
don't grow on trees.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, I gotta sneak around, figure out what you want, without you knowing. Then I also gotta figure out, like, okay, how can I, like I said, make this day as special for you as possible. And then there's also the anxiety that comes with like doing all that. It's funny. I've talked to like all of my cousins and friends who've engaged,
Mhm.
or not engaged, who've gotten engaged or
Yeah.
gotten married, and there's like this moment that every man that I have like talked to about it
Mhm.
has experienced, including me, where you're just like so anxious leading up to like
Oh.
proposing. Like
Oh.
I remember the day before I proposed,
I'm, like,
I
getting very,
was
like yeah.
I was like I was so anxious that like we were just chilling on the couch. And for her, it's just like a normal, like, what was that? I think it was a Saturday. She's like, oh, bet. Me, I'm just sitting there just like, I wish it could be Sunday night already.
Oh.
Like I
Oh,
wish.
shoot.
And I remember talking to my friend. I showed up at his engagement and I was
Okay.
like, bro, what are you thinking? I asked him like 30 questions and he did not respond to a single one. He was like, I just wanted to say yes, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I said, how's your day? I just wanted to say yes,
Yeah.
bro. What'd you eat this morning? I just
I
wanted
just
to say
wanted to
yes,
say
bro.
yes, bro. Like,
And
she's
that was
gonna say
me.
no.
Oh God.
That was you, like, people are talking
Yes.
about other stuff, you're just like,
Yes.
"All I can think
Yes.
about is
Yes.
tomorrow I'm proposing."
Yes.
Yeah.
She asked me what I want to do tonight. I'm like, girl, you don't even know. Okay. You know what
Wait,
I'm going through right
she
now.
asked she asked you the night before, or she asked you on the night you were gonna propose, "What do you wanna do today?"
The day before, I
Okay,
remember
okay.
I literally had to
Oh.
leave the house and call my auntie up. And I was
Oh.
just like, yo, auntie, I'm
Oh.
anxious. I literally parked around the corner. I was
You're
like,
hiding from your
auntie,
you're hiding from your
I'm so,
girlfriend.
yes, I was anxious. But it's cause like you
Oh.
want to make it like a beautiful,
Yeah.
special moment for like your loved one, It's
Mm.
just, and that's, I think that's part of that, combined with like figuring out, okay, like what does she want?
Right,
Okay, now
right.
she wants this. Okay, what jeweler am I gonna go to? Who am I? All of the planning, and you're anxious the whole way, but like a good
Oh.
anxious,
And
but
rings don't grow on trees.
they don't
Absolutely.
grow on trees.
So how did you eventually propose, if you don't mind me asking? Or is that a little
No,
is it a
no,
secret
no,
story?
that's a
Okay.
secret.
Yeah,
Y'all
no,
ain't
because
telling
yeah.
nobody that.
You know those people you know those people that be like,
I can't believe you asked me that,
Yeah,
Joy.
yeah. The way that we proposed was just so private and special to us, and unfortunately, we're just not sharing that. So we could.
bitch, if you don't tell me how you got proposed to, yeah. It's like, shut up. Shut up.
I,
It's not that special. Tell me. And
so
it'll be like we were at a lake and he got on one knee and he looked into my eyes and said, "This is the happiest day of my life. If you would make me the happiest man in the world and be my wife." And she's like, "Yes." And she cries. And that's it. And you're like, that's the story.
that's it.
That's the
You couldn't tell
private.
me that.
That's
You
yeah,
couldn't tell
you
me the
could
private.
the
Come
lake.
on, bruh.
You look around, it's Lake Merritt.
That's
The
what you.
lake we're standing at right now.
Come
Stop
on,
it.
bruh. Come on, bruh. You can't. Yeah, bruh.
No offense. It
Let
sounds beautiful.
yeah.
I love the lake. Yeah. Okay. How did you
I,
propose, Cam?
so there was like I said, I was doing some. Shout out to her friends, man, because we was still
Oh.
team six in it. I was asking them to ask her questions, and
Ooh.
which low key got me in trouble because like, you know, they were like, my man's is about to propose. This is how I'm gonna do it. How would you want yours to be? And she told him, and then she come back and be like, this man, okay, so so my man's not gonna propose to, so I had to deal with that. But
Oh, so you were like, I'm gonna have my friends say that their men are about to propose so
yes,
that she can reveal what she thinks about the proposal.
And
However,
it worked.
it backfired because she
It
came back
did.
to you and
It
was like,
backfired.
"That's crazy."
It backfired heavy.
I don't want to say it's crazy, but it's very bold to me and shows like her level of comfort with you that she was asking you, "Why haven't you proposed to me?" Like that's she's
Yes.
different.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
built different.
She built like that. She's built.
Because she just knows you, but like that's funny.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But basically I figured out she wanted to be proposed to, by the water.
By the lake.
By the lake, the thing I was holding so dear.
Yeah.
But I found a hotel in and then she wanted it to be private, but she also was like, I'd love to have family there. So I was like, how do I make it private?
But your whole
I was like, come on now, wait a minute. What am I doing?
Aw.
I mean, if I make it private, Jesus gonna be there. So like, does that count? I don't, but
we're never really alone when Jesus is in the room.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. But so what I eventually did, it was a lot. It was, but I eventually I found a hotel in Marina Del Rey that would let us like come in on like a little gondola.
Okay.
And so we went on a gondola ride throughout Marina Del Rey, and I was like, there was like champagne and fruits and stuff, and I was just telling her how much I loved her. And funny story, what was supposed to happen is it was like a beautiful path, right? Where it was like a straight shot where we were supposed to just come in and like the curtains were going to be together and I was going to propose to her. And then like all of our friends and family were like on a balcony, right?
Okay.
Watching.
Cute.
So when I pull the curtain back, she would see everyone.
Oh.
And that way it was still private, but everyone was there.
That makes sense.
What actually ended up happening is we're doing the gondola ride and we're starting to turn down. It's like a straight shot, right? So we're turning down the straight shot and I'm like, all right, bet. I'm about to close these curtains. I'm about to really tell her how much I love her. And I'm about to do this. I can't believe I'm about to do this. As soon as I start giving her like, the speech in the game, the gondola start crashing.
What? The gondola crashed?
We was in that joint drifting, okay? She was doing the gondola rider was doing donuts. I kid you not. We hit, and Marina Del Rey is beautiful, okay? Like there's $1 million boats over there. We must have hit about 10 of them,
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, to the point where the gondola ladies all like, so, y'all might have to get out and walk. And I legit, I looked at her and I was like, girl, we not walking.
Yeah.
We got a plan. You said, you got to make this work, homegirl. I'm sorry.
I'm the captain.
Look at no, I will push us, okay?
I will stir this with my hands.
But long story short, because we were like,
wait, how is
drifting,
she reacting?
The whole time she's like, oh my gosh. And she's like, no, it's okay. We can walk. And I'm like, no, we cannot.
She knows though, right? Because she knows. Like
I think.
You got a gondola, champagne, and fruits?
I just couldn't. I forgot to. So we have this thing where we plan dates like every week, right? So
okay.
1 week I plan the date. And then the next week she plans the date. So I was able to finesse it to where like I was like, okay, this gonna be my weekend. And like the weekend before that, I like kind of canceled my last weekend before that. I kind of canceled and I was like, sorry, baby, I don't gotta like, I got this audition. I gotta, but I promise. You know what? Since I didn't do it this week,
I'll
do
make
it
up to you next week. Okay,
exactly.
Smart.
So that was how I,
very slick.
But long story short, we're pulling up to the gondola, not the gondola, the dock, and we're like, we're drifting, sliding, and so the little curtains are swaying, and at some point she's like, "Why are all those people stand? And why are there so many black people on the docks at Marina Del? Like, what is going on?" And I was like, "Stop looking at that. Focus on me. Don't
pay no attention to the black family behind the semi-private.
You don't know them. Yeah. You don't know them.
That's not your auntie.
That's not your auntie. That's not your mama. That's not your daddy.
You don't know them.
Focus on me. Look at me.
That's not your daddy. I'm your daddy. Okay, I'm just telling you from a woman's perspective, even if she acted like she didn't know what was going on,
She
she
knew.
knew.
She for sure knew.
You bring me to an area we don't even live, and
We don't be out here.
we're in a gondola at night.
Come on now.
Yeah,
Come
I
on
know
now.
what's going on. I'm about to become a wife.
But-
That's so sweet. And then
Yeah.
you all eventually got off of this hellish ride.
Yes.
Was it like you said your speech, "Will you marry me?" Then her family came rushing down from the balcony?
Yeah. Well, we kind of went up there, but yeah, I ended up, it was supposed to be private behind the curtains, but they all saw, and which worked out, honestly. So I ended up just proposing in the gondola, and they all got to see us, and she said yes, and then we walked out, and like it was beautiful. Like that excitement was like, oh my gosh, it was because like all the anxiety you have of making it like just as special as she wants it to be, you know, it all comes to a head, and then you have like everybody you love. Well, not everybody. That's what the wedding's for, but
Yeah.
like a lot of the people you love there, and it was just, oh my gosh, I really can't. It was so far the happiest day of my life,
Oh,
without
I
a
love
doubt.
to hear that, Cam.
Yeah.
It's been so great. Like, just again, hearing a refreshing, sensible, youthful, pedestal, bare minimum behavior Black man who's in his 20s, who's able to tell us about finding love and being like, I want to commit to that, because people think that that's not happening. They think it's not
Yeah.
possible for them. There were a lot of people that want to be her in that gondola with their not my auntie on the balcony, like, and they
Not my
want that. And they want that now, and they just, they're losing hope. So I hope that as unsettlers, you're listening to this, you get a little inspiration, hope from Cam's story. If you want to know how people reacted to the engagement, including yours truly, as well as the rest of Cam's friends, family, community, and what he's thinking wedding-wise, then be sure to tune into Fanbase. We're going to be breaking it out and kikiing for just a little bit. But Unsettlers, you can follow at Dating Unsettled. Listen to it wherever podcasts are found. You can find us on Fanbase, TikTok, Instagram, and Elon Musk's very own Twitter. Camron, where can they follow you in your career?
You can follow me on Instagram. I'm Camron Jones on Instagram. You can check out I don't know if people follow IMDb pages, but you can definitely check out my IMDb
you can see
page
his
if you'd
IMDb.
like
He
to.
said it's in the resume. All right, Unsettlers. I love that. If you've got a fun proposal story too, or a failed crashing gondola proposal story, share that with us in the DMs at Dating Unsettled. See you next week.